Good morning, everyone. We're a little late today. Market's already open.
Oh,
We
no.
are at up 267 on the Dow, down a little bit on the NASDAQ. S&P is up, Russell's down. But yeah, it's a good start to the week. Dow's up almost 1%. And happy Father's Day, belated Father's Day to everybody. Please share the broadcast with everyone. And welcome today to Check the Market. We're going to get into it right away.
Awesome. Yeah, we're late. Let's get.
We are.
Let's get. Can you guys see me behind this?
Helmet.
I can't see that screen. There you go.
All right, let's see the first article. Georgia crypto. Did you see this?
No.
Georgia crypto investor claims he woke up a trillionaire after investing $20.
Lies.
Chris Williamson has tweeted Elon Musk with the hope the billionaire entrepreneur can help answer his $1 trillion question. See the article?
Glitch in the system?
Yes.
What?
Look at that. Look at that
my
balance.
Lanta.
I'm going to need someone to explain what the heck is going on and then write me a check. I got a mega yacht shaped like a penguin on standby.
No joke. What?
So this guy invested $20 in Rocket Bunny, and I guess there's some glitch in the system or something, and he woke up the $1 trillion in his account. This is not the first time this has happened either, because there's glitches sometimes.
Okay.
And so there was one time actually on Robinhood where there was a huge glitch, and overnight I became a millionaire. But it was just like one straight line up. So there must have been some glitch in the system, and then it came right back down. It's like, man, I should have woke up at that exact moment and just sold out.
For sure. Whoops.
All right, let's
Could you
see the
imagine?
article.
Huh.
The cryptocurrency craze has minted a new generation of wealthy investors, some overnight. That's what happened for one Georgia man. Chris Williamson invested about $20 in a cryptocurrency called Rocket Bunny and did what bunnies do and multiplied. He woke up one morning and looked at his phone to check his investment, and he found he was a trillionaire. Look at it again, and I'm like, at that point, I fall out of my bed, literally. I run to my desk, and I'm logging into the Coinbase app and stuff, and I'm talking to my friends. Got him on the phone, and I'm like, dude, you need to help me figure out how to sell this now.
Such a dude guy.
Williamson said he attempted to move the cryptocurrency to another wallet, but it wasn't showing the same price. No duh.
No kidding. Ay. Dumb.
Continue. He then contacted Coinbase, which replied with a short answer acknowledging it was looking into the issue. He also reached out to Rocket Bunny, but never heard back. Williamson has kept his sense of humor on the matter. You know, when you look at it, it's like, you know, there's no way I'm ever going to get this amount of money.
You think?
Williamson has even tweeted Elon Musk with the hope the billionaire entrepreneur can help answer his $1 trillion question. I thought for sure because he trolls people all the time. William said, I'm hoping he actually saw it and maybe he's following it, but I don't know. That is an Elon Musk wallet. It is an Elon Musk wallet. All right, next. Oh, this is Coinbase. Sorry, at Twitter handle. The Penguin yacht may have to wait. Our team is aware of the display error causing this wishful thinking for some ERC20s. They're working to fix. In the meantime, trading the asset will reflect its current market value.
You actually have $2 in there.
Yeah.
Rocket Bunny. So that's a crypto. Like it's
Yeah.
tons of new cryptos coming out.
It's one of those like SafeMoon where you have to go to, this and then swap whatever and all these different things. Yeah, way too complicated. I'm not getting into it.
Get it for sure. Next.
American Airlines
No,
cancels hundreds
sir.
of flights over
Go
staffing shortage.
stuff it,
I guess
American
nobody
Airlines.
signed up to volunteer to work.
You think? Oh, who wants to volunteer to work? What a stupid concept, you dummies.
Bad weather in the south and other factors led the airline to reduce its flight schedule by 1% in the first half of July.
Bad weather and other factors. Yeah, you asking people to come volunteer their time at the airlines while your executives get paid. Stupid.
See the article? American Airlines cancels hundreds of flights over staffing shortage. American Airlines canceled more than 300 flights Saturday and Sunday, many
a
because
lot.
they couldn't. Yeah, it's a lot of
Jeez.
flights. Many because they couldn't staff crews for the planes. Bad weather in the south and other factors led the airline to reduce its flight schedule by 1% in the first half of July. That reduction will minimize surprises at the airport in a statement from the company provided to the Post. Continue. The first few weeks of June have brought unprecedented weather to our largest hubs, heavily impacting our operation and causing delays, canceled flights and disruptions to crew members' schedules and our customers' plans, the statement said. That, combined with the labor shortages some of our vendors are contending with and the incredibly quick ramp-up of customer demand, has led us to build in additional resilience and certainty to our operation by adjusting a fraction of our schedule flying through mid-July. We made targeted changes. All that stuff. Okay, so they should have seen this coming.
No kidding, of course.
I mean, when your stock price goes up, 100% or whatever, 50-something percent since, when was it, June of last year or whenever, you should have seen that coming, that there's like going to be pent-up demand. Let's hire more people.
Right.
All right, next
Why is
article.
American Airlines so dumb?
But I don't think that they're the only ones that have these, that are going to have these issues.
You don't think so? Who's next? Delta.
Delta,
They suck.
Southwest might have some issues.
Probably not. Southwest seems to always work out their issues.
They do. They are pretty good at working out their issues.
It's very bizarre. But mostly
They're
because
efficient.
that's it. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That whole, you don't have a seat, so everybody's forced to be there on time. Man,
Yeah.
that's pretty good incentive, just so that you don't get a middle seat somewhere in the back.
That is true. I
So
never
that's why
thought of
you're
it that way.
always-
That is true.
Yeah, so you're always on time.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
That's true.
They've worked it out.
They did.
All right, next.
Walmart, Target, Kohl's take on Amazon's Prime Day, which I believe started yesterday. Today.
I got the only reason why I know is because I got a text message saying it starts today, or maybe it was yesterday.
Did you already get some good deals?
I didn't even check, to be honest with you.
No.
I have everything I need. What am I gonna get?
So they take on Amazon's Prime Day in retail wars. Walmart, Target, Best Buy, and Kohl's are making their own Prime Day sales.
Today, the same day?
Yes. So that Amazon Prime. So it's basically a second Black Friday.
Gotcha. Wow. Today.
But I believe it's all e-commerce, so they won't have it in the stores. Let's see the article. Retail wars are waging as Amazon's Prime Day prompts rival retailers to spin their own version of discount deals. Major heavy hitters in the space, from Walmart to Target to Kohl's and Best Buy, are now offering competing sales. Walmart's deals for days online and in-store, event will not only kick off on June 20th, but it'll overlap with Prime Day. The event, spanning June 20th through 23rd, will give customers 4 days of Black Friday-like savings on top items from Walmart and its marketplace sellers within a variety of categories, according to Walmart spokesperson Jamie, last name. All right, continue. The event, spanning June, when asked if the timing of Walmart's summer sale was purposefully done, a spokesperson for the company told Fox Business that it had hosted deals for days events in the past, just maybe not June 20th through 23rd when Amazon was doing theirs. Likewise, Target is also dropping its Deals Days online event on June 20th. And I'm sure Best Buy and Kohl's and everybody else is doing the same thing. So they are trying to take on Amazon, which I believe is shortly going to become the biggest retailer in the U.S., overtaking Walmart.
Wow.
All right, the next article.
Save 20% on Frito-Lay bags of chips.
On Amazon?
Yep. Just reading all the sales. Over 40% off Levi jeans. It's like 30% off TVs. I guess is better than. But this is all just hogwash.
They just upped the prices.
Yeah. 32-inch TV for $119.
100, that's pretty good.
That's pretty Black Friday-ish.
Yeah.
But 32 inches is also.
Yeah. That's more of a gaming TV.
It's true. It's very true.
Beware of inflation headwinds. It could take a year to break even after a 10 to 20% market correction, economist Mark Zandi warns. See the article? Beware of inflation headwinds. Moody's Analytics' Mark Zandi has a message for investors. Brace for a significant market correction. The firm's chief economist expects a more hawkish Federal Reserve will spark a 10 to 20% pullback. We've already seen that in a lot of stocks. If you look up a lot of stocks, you can see they're already down about 10% from their highs. So who knows, there might be another 10%, which at 20% is a good time to buy into a lot of those. And unlike the sharp drops over the past several years, Zandi anticipates a quick recovery won't be in the cards, particularly because the market is richly valued. He estimates it could take over a year to return to break even. The headwinds are building for the equity market. Zandi told CNBC's Trading Nation on Friday the Federal Reserve has got to switch gears here because the economy is so strong. He suggests the correction may already be underway because investors are starting to get spooked, and a lot of stocks are down 10%. Continue. The Dow just saw its biggest weekly loss since October 2020, tumbling 3.45%. The broader S&P saw its worst week since late February. The tech-heavy Nasdaq also had a losing week, but it's just 1.28%. It's off its all-time high. Despite his market warnings, Zandi believes the economy will avert a recession because the downturn is more about risk asset prices getting overextended than a serious fundamental issue. The economy is going to be rip-roaring, he said. Unemployment is going to be low. Wage growth is going to be strong. Zandi has been ringing the alarm on inflation for months. Continue. On Trading Nation in early March, Zandi asserted inflation was dead ahead and investors weren't fully grasping the risks. According to Zandi, it's still a problem affecting the stock market and bond investors. Zandi sees little chance the benchmark 10-year Treasury note yield will keep falling. It wouldn't count on rates staying at 1.5% for very long given what's going on, he added. Stocks and bonds aren't the only risk asset catching his attention. Zandi also sees more trouble brewing in the commodities and cryptocurrency sell-offs. Plus, he's worried about the sustainability of a strong housing market amid higher mortgage rates. Inflation is going to be higher than it was pre-pandemic. The Fed has been struggling for at least a quarter of a century to get inflation up, and I think they'll be able to get that. Next.
What a mess this table looks like.
Retail investors' stock buying boom of 2021 is just getting started. Goldman Sachs. See the article? If Goldman Sachs is right, the great 2021 retail investor stock buying boom that has fueled big-time volatility in shares of AMC, GameStop, and BlackBerry is only just beginning.
Nice.
The investment bank's chief U.S. equity strategist, David Kostin, raised his 2021 estimate on household net equity buying to $400 billion from $350 billion in a new research note to clients. In the first quarter alone, households were the largest source of equity demand with a net purchases of $172 billion. Continue. In one of the clearest signs of exuberance on the part of retail investors, perhaps too much, Kostin estimates that households currently allocate an outsized 44% of their assets to equities, or in some cases more. That is only slightly below the all-time high of 46% seen back at the height of the dot-com craze and subsequent blow-up. Are we heading towards a crash? ? High cash balances and continued retail participation in equity markets should bolster household equity demand. The trade-off households face between equities and other asset classes favors equities through year-end given anemic money market and credit yields. Additionally, any signs of sustained increase in inflation would favor equities over bonds or cash. I think equities are always favored over cash. To be sure, the enlarged appetite to buy stocks among retail crowd outlined by Goldman is poised to be severely tested in the coming weeks. Continue. There we go. There's a chart. Nice little chart with some lines on it. Continue.
That's me every single day I check the news. There you have it, ladies.
Renewed volatility has swept through the markets in the aftermath of the latest Federal Reserve meeting, where policymakers opened the door to higher interest rates at the start of tapering bond purchases. Both actions are seen as headwinds to stock prices in the months and years ahead. The markets didn't appreciate the surprising level of hawkishness from the Fed and made their views heard. The Dow Jones Industrial Average tanked more than 533 points on Friday as investors digested fresh hawkish comments from St. Louis Fed President James Bullard 2 days after the latest Fed meeting. All of the Dow's components finished in the red, led by Chevron, Walgreens, Boots Alliance, and Goldman Sachs. Last week's mostly risk-off environment in the markets highlighted a shift in sector ownership that has been underway in recent weeks to little fanfare among pundits. Most of the best-performing sectors over the past month have been defensives and tech, both of which tend to see strong interest amidst heightened market uncertainties. There you have it, defensives and tech. Next article. This I thought was interesting. Climate fight brews as SEC moves toward mandate for risk disclosure. Asset managers push for more information. Energy transportation companies say climate change risks aren't easily measured. See the article. The Securities and Exchange Commission is preparing to require public companies to disclose more information about how they respond to threats linked to climate change.
Come on.
And businesses are gearing up for a fight. The SEC's new chairman, Biden administration appointee Gary Gensler, has said climate-related disclosures is a top priority, and President Biden plans to meet Monday with top financial regulators to discuss the issue. So the SEC has gone from top priorities being insider traders, like Bernie Madoff style stuff, to climate change, because that is more of an issue.
So what are you doing with with your recyclables?
What do I do with my
No, seriously, like how are you going to vet what these people are doing with their carbon footprint or whatever?
It would just be disclosure. A lot of them are already doing that. The environmental, social, whatever the ESG reports that they release.
Okay.
And so in the future, this is going to become like more and more of a thing where these companies will release, certain information about how they're combating climate change, how they're making sure that everything is sustainable.
Wow.
But I think there's some opportunities there for the future.
Like?
Carbon credits.
Okay.
I was listening to a podcast and I did some research on it, and I think that that carbon credits is...
What is a carbon credit?
A carbon credit is somebody has like a piece of land, like a forest or whatever, and they get that certified by certain carbon credit entities, and then they can sell those carbon credits to offset a company's carbon output. And
So
if I have like a plot of land with trees on it,
yeah,
those trees have a certain number of tonnage of carbon that takes carbon out of the atmosphere,
right?
And then I sell it to you. You own an automobile manufacturer, and I sell those carbon credits to you, so that you don't have to buy land and plant trees. And I believe the government of Canada has already put a value on how much that's going to be within the next couple of years. And right now they're trading at a certain amount. And this guy that I was listening to said that this might be a $1 trillion opportunity moving forward.
So it's basically you peg that land. Nobody can build on it. It's just basically a land for trees.
Or they have blue carbon where they plant algae under the ocean. And that also then sell the carbon credits from that.
Wow.
Or there's companies that'll be, there'll be negative carbon emissions because of their solar roof or whatever.
Yeah.
So the excess capacity that they have, they can sell to companies that don't meet that standard. And he's saying moving forward, what's going to happen is that if your company is not following these ESG guidelines, environmental, social, I forget what the G is, then you won't have access. You'll have higher interest loans. It'll be harder for you to access capital markets, because millennials that are now starting to become the biggest investor group, that's important to them.
Right.
And so they're looking for companies and that are environmentally friendly and socially friendly, And so
So
it's very
called
interesting. A carbon credit.
Carbon credit.
Yeah. I'm doing more research on this, just like with uranium,
Yeah.
to see exactly how you can purchase these carbon credits now and then sit on them for the next years. Because if something like that happens in the future, you can make a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
Because it's not like you can't. Because I always thought carbon credits were just created out of thin air. But when I did more research on it, there's a finite amount of them, just like there is with Bitcoin.
Right.
There's a finite amount. So these things are going to keep going up in value if companies don't want to lower their carbon footprint. And if that's where everybody in Europe is heading and everybody in America and Canada is heading in the Western world, then eventually it's going to push China to do the same.
Wow. Carbon credit.
Yep. G is for governance. Thank you, Stock Market Samurai. I knew it was something like that. Environmental, social governance. ESG.
Carbon Disclosure Project. Carbon Disclosure. I feel like I always have homework on the show. Project. All right.
So it's all.
That's pretty fascinating.
Sounds like a scam from the Great Reset. Yeah, it does.
It
But
does.
it's.
It really does.
I don't think this is a scam. This is actually where it is moving.
Yeah, no,
Because
you're right.
there's more people that are pushing in that direction than they are pushing against it.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And at this
People
point-
care about the environment, and
Interesting.
so it's gonna be interesting where that heads.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of money to be made potentially.
interesting.
Because right now, that guy that I was listening to said that one carbon credit, which is a ton of carbon emissions,
One
equals
ton?
to 1 ton of carbon emissions,
Okay.
is about $10 to $20. And I think Canada set the minimum within the next 4 years at $170.
Wow.
So if you can buy that, or even if you have land,
Uh-huh.
oceanfront property, plant some algae,
Yeah.
get it certified, and sell your own carbon credits.
This is really fascinating. Where can you buy it? Have you looked?
There's exchanges in Europe that you can buy it. America, there's companies that you can buy into that are doing that, like the company that we talked about. Let me see which one, the Clean or whatever it was, Clear. The one last Friday. Hold on. Clean, CLNE, Clean Energy Fuels Corp. So what they're doing is they're going to sell environmental credits that it generates by selling its renewable natural gas. And so there's companies that are going to be doing that.
Interesting.
And so there's companies you can buy right now. I don't know where you can buy the credits themselves, but I think the credits themselves are what's going to be the most valuable. And in Europe, you can buy them, but there's like a process of signing up. And so I was looking into all of that.
Cami says if China and Gates are buying up land, then won't they get credits? I'm sure if this
Yeah,
is
I'm
what
sure
they're
they
planning
sure they
on
would
doing
if they
with
get it
land.
certified, they
Yeah.
plant trees or whatever they're going to do with it.
Who
Yeah.
certifies the land? That's really a good question.
There's
I'm sure
certain entities, because a couple of years ago apparently there was a crash in this whole scheme, and it's because people were just saying they have carbon credits.
Right.
And nobody ever verified, and so it was basically like, unregulated like cryptos are now.
Right.
And so they said, okay, there was a huge crash, and they said we can't do this anymore, and so now they're regulating it more. So in Europe, they're very far ahead when it comes to that.
Okay.
So they have companies that regulate it, governments that certify it, and Canada is moving that same
Trees would
direction.
be like the best. Like say if you have like an extra 13 acres tossing around like whatever. Like
Yeah.
what are the best trees to plant for that kind of stuff?
That's a good question.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, but you have to see that trees only have a finite amount of carbon that they can take out. So you got to make sure that
Is there a tree that
wait.
is better than, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
is an oak tree better than a pine tree?
If you have land, I would wait to sell carbon credits until it reaches a point where you can make a ton of money from it. Because if you sell it now for $10 to $20, you might get a couple of $1,000. But if you sell it in the future at $170, $200 per ton, you can make, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, depending on how much land you have.
Interesting. Because I mean, it could incentivize you just buying up some, a lot of land.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
somewhere, anywhere. Land purchasing. Here we go. What was that website that Jonathan
Landwatch.
Landwatch?
Landwatch. There's like farmland.com or something like that too, where you can buy land.
You just can't lose with land.
No.
You really can't. All right, next.
Paraguayan lawmaker to present Bitcoin legislation next month aims to make Paraguay global crypto hub. So everybody
All
wants
right,
to be
here
a
we
global
go.
crypto hub.
Here we
El
go.
Salvador, Paraguay. I think in Guatemala they're even bringing it up. So I think Central America.
Yeah,
is
Central
going
and
to
South America are why. I wonder what is
And Florida, Miami,
in Miami.
which is basically
Same
Central
thing.
America.
But what are these people up to? What do they know that we don't?
I think they're just trying to drum up business for their countries.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, at this point, it's just like it's a venture that you can get into, and nobody really knows where it's headed. So it's very bizarre.
Right now it's heading down.
Yes, it is.
Dogecoin is down 14.68% to 23 cents per Doge.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o.
See the article? A pro-Bitcoin congressman in Paraguay says he will present Bitcoin legislation in Congress next month with the aim to make Paraguay a hub for cryptocurrency investors worldwide. His efforts follow El Salvador passing a bill making Bitcoin legal tender. Following El Salvador's passing a bill making Bitcoin legal tender, Deputy Carlos Antonio Rejala Hellman of the Hagamos Party called for Paraguay to take similar actions to El Salvador regarding Bitcoin. The congressman has also changed his Twitter profile to include laser eyes, meaning he eyes Bitcoin going to 100K. The deputy is preparing a bill that seeks to legalize. All right, so Paraguay is doing the same thing as El Salvador, I believe. Guatemala is doing the same. Will Panama be next? Question mark.
Interesting.
Next. Sichuan mining farms begin to shut down. 7-day stats show Bitcoin's hash rate plummeting. So this is what we were talking about on Crypto Friday with Doug. What's that, a week and a half ago?
Yep.
Let's see the article. The hash rate of the Bitcoin network has been steadily falling since June 14th. And after Sichuan miners were told to prepare operation shutdowns, Sichuan is the second densest province in China where most miners are located. According to data stemming from the University of Cambridge, Bitcoin's hash rate is now hovering just above 100 exahash per second. The hash rate of Bitcoin network has been steadily falling. The cause of this seems to be the shutdown of several cryptocurrency farms in various provinces, including Sichuan. According to the regional publication 8BTC News, the Sichuan Development and Reform Commission Energy Bureau announced it would close the operation of 26 suspected cryptocurrency mining and virtual currency projects on Sunday. Sichuan Bitcoin miners leaving to mine elsewhere is a historical event during the leading crypto asset's 12-year lifespan. Continue. Statements from mining insiders seem to point out the situation is dire for big mining operations. These are the most affected due to its inability to move its operations quickly. The hash rate numbers stemming from Chinese pools have also shrunk. Antpool, BTC.com, Binance, Huobi, and BTC.top have all experienced significant losses of associated hash rate. As a consequence, the Bitcoin hash rate is now hovering over 100 exahash per second, almost 50% under its all-time high. Bitcoin's price is also stagnating as a result of fears over more forced mining shutdowns in the country. Bitcoin price is now between 33 and 34. Actually, it's around 32. 32. Let's take a look here where it's at.
32.9.
32.9.
And going down.
And going down. Other currencies are also feeling the heat, facing important losses. Sichuan is the 5th Chinese province that is shutting down cryptocurrency mining-related projects. Before Sichuan, 2 provinces, we already went over that. So are they moving to Texas? Are they moving to Miami? We'll see.
I know what I would choose.
Miami.
Miami. Factoids.
All right, so let's get into the picks for today.
All right.
So this is a stock that was brought to us by Ryan Huste.
Juste. I think so. Juste.
And it's actually, it's looking like it's going to be a pretty good one here. So that's the high risk one for today. Let's take a look here where it's at.
Okay.
We are at 274. So on Friday we were just over $2. It opened at around 204 after the news broke that it got that contract with China. So it was hovering right around 2. Looks like it closed at around 230, and we're already up to 275. If this company keeps getting contracts like that, it looks like there's a lot more value in this company than just $2.77. They also just had the Trump administration designated certain companies in China as part of the Chinese military, and they had that designation removed as well.
Wow.
So it looks like this might be a good one
Nice.
to invest in as a high risk. And Medium, Bank of America. Actually, let's see the article real quick for Luokung. Or Lukung, or whatever it is. LKCO.
Lukung article. There we go.
Announces subsidiary EMAP goes contract win for new generation traffic control network and smart highway demonstration project. See the article. A leading spatial temporal intelligence big data services company and a provider of interactive location-based services and HD maps in China today announced that its wholly owned subsidiary eMapGo Technologies, a leading provider of navigation electronic map services in China, has entered into a contract to deliver a new generation traffic control network and smart highway demonstration project for the Chengdu Expressway in the Jiangxi province of China.
Good job, Pat. Come on, let's go. Konnichiwa.
According to the terms of the contract, EMG will be responsible for the development and implementation of a 3D real-life highway digital management system for the new generation smart highway. A digital management system will provide real-time road information and intelligent operation management to support the latest smart transportation, such as lane navigation, autonomous driving, road coordination, and vehicle road collaboration, while increasing safety and decreasing congestion for improved road maintenance and management. Lukung's smart transportation business includes both car terminal service and road terminal service, providing autopilot HD maps data services for car manufacturers, and developing smart road digital services. Mr. Shui Song, Chairman and CEO, we're excited about EMG's selection as the provider for this innovative smart highway project. We believe it is a testament of our leading position in spatial temporal data, processing technology, and high precision map data service capabilities. So, all that being said, LKCO is the high risk for today, moving forward, and I bought into it as well.
And you said that they were affiliated with the Chinese military, but they're no longer affiliated.
They
Or
had
were
that
removed from
designation
that list.
removed. They might still be affiliated. Who knows? Most of these companies have some sort of affiliation to the party,
Okay.
the Chinese Communist Party. Otherwise, they probably be getting, wouldn't be getting contracts for highways.
Gotcha. Konnichiwa is a Japanese greeting. Typically a midday to early. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, because do you think that that affiliation with the Chinese military was removed because of this administration?
I think every Chinese company
Has something to
has
do with.
something to do with the Chinese Communist Party.
I just wouldn't invest in any Chinese stock.
No?
No, just for that reason. The CCP is their tentacles are in every
But you can
hate
say
it.
the same thing about Boeing. You can say the same thing about Amazon because they're affiliated with with militaries, U.S. military. Google has done stuff for the Chinese party. You can say that about any company, the NBA, everyone.
None of these that
At that point, your like investment choices are very slim.
That's true. I feel like, yeah, it's like inevitable, I guess.
Yeah, because of the globally connected world that we live in. There's
Makes me mad. It makes me angry. Yeah, hard to invest in a company tied with China, but I guess Patrick's point is there's very little companies that have nothing to do with China.
Are you gonna keep buying products, from Walmart? Are you gonna check the thing every time you buy something to make sure it doesn't say made in China? Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're gonna take it to an extreme, then you got to go all the way.
Yeah, you got to go all out.
Exactly.
Who's got time for that?
No.
All right. Next, so that was Lukong, LKCO. That was the high risk. What's your medium risk?
Medium risk, Bank of America.
Okay.
BAC, one of the largest banks in America, focused on pretty much all aspects of banking, has come off its high of $43 per share down to around $39 per share, is still a little pricey, and we might see a better buying opportunity within the next couple of weeks. Has a small dividend. I think there's some growth that we can see from Bank of America still. I would sell it around, if I bought it today, I would sell it around $48 to $50 a share.
What's that now?
It was around $39 a share this morning.
Bank of America.
Bank of America. And low risk, ORI, Old Republic International, engaged in insurance underwriting and related services. Basically an insurance company that issues liability, business insurance, all sorts of insurance lines. Also offers mortgage guarantee insurance. Solid revenue growth, around 5% over the past 5 years. Dividend and earnings per share have seen growth. Fairly low price to book value. Annual dividend yield of around 3.5%, which is much higher than most of the peers in the insurance industry. Lower debt to capital ratio than most of its peers. Some risks include broader market downturn, massive insurance claims due to natural disasters, etc.
So there you have it. Low risk, ORI. Medium risk, Bank of America. High risk, LKCO. Lukong.
Luokung Technology.
Tech.
And Bank of America Medium.
Sweeto burrito. All right, any questions before we end the show today? If you invest in a company tied to the CCP, at least you know they won't let it fail. It's true.
And the company already IPO'd, so the company the money isn't going directly to that company. It's in the market because I'm buying those shares from another investor who's selling them.
Right.
Because it's being traded. So if you want to look at it that way, you can look at it that way too.
But Chinese assets can be frozen depending on who is in control and political situations.
Yes, that is a risk that you have to take.
What was the stock at? $2.74? That
This
for
morning,
ORI?
it's at 296 right now.
Who is that?
It's at 296 right now.
Which one?
The Lukang.
Again, what are some books to learn about basic investing?
How to Make Money in the Stock Market by William O'Neill is a good one.
We should get a whole bunch of...
There's one by John C. Bogle on value investing. There's The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, which that one, a lot of people say it's out of date, but it's still a good book, but very dry. And then Investopedia, if you get an account with TD Ameritrade, you can get a free account with them. They have lessons that you can go through with quizzes and all sorts of stuff where you can learn the basics of investing. Investopedia has the same thing.
Nice.
That way, it can teach you the basics.
So Cami wants to know, would the high-risk stocks be more of a longer-term investment?
This one I think would be.
Really?
Because
But typically not.
typically
So
not.
anything high
Typically
risk
it's
is
like
very short term.
Sometimes just for day trading, but the one I had last week, the Sun Run, and then this one, both companies that I'm in now, is more of like a longer term.
Interesting.
It's a longer term high risk.
Not a jerk question, but would you invest in a company that has ties to the Nazi Party who were genociding the Jews in World War II? The CCP is exterminating the Uyghur in Xinjiang.
If you don't want to invest in China, you don't have to. I'm not investing in the CCP. Like, I'm not sending the CCP money. I'm investing in companies that are being traded on a U.S. stock exchange.
And I hate when they preface things with like, not a jerk question, and then they ask a jerk question. You know what I'm saying? So, Floofy
So
Cat, you're a
if the
jerk.
money was going directly to the CCP,
It just,
obviously
like,
I wouldn't do
I guess
it.
the whole point, clearly
Yeah.
we wouldn't support
Just like
the
if the
CCP.
money goes to the Nazi Party, I definitely wouldn't do that. But the money isn't going to them.
But at this point, I think that there's like so many ties to the CCP that people aren't even
Yeah.
aware of.
Would you invest in companies that are associated with the World Economic Forum that wants to usher in a worldwide Great Reset?
Right.
Okay, so you can invest in Bank of America, Goldman Sachs. You can invest in
can't
any
anything.
company.
Right. It's called the free market for a reason. Yep. How can I buy Lukong?
How can I buy it? You can
Robinhood?
You can buy it on Robinhood.
Yep.
LKCO.
Honestly, I wouldn't. Floofy Cat, who the heck cares what you would do? No offense. Not to be a jerk, but is Chewy still a good play? No. Chewy,
think so?
no, Chewy has been going down. I'm still in it. And
It
I'm
was
not
at
quite sure where it
$78
was.
a share.
Let me see where it's at right now.
This morning, I believe it was.
Losing- I'm losing.
$9.78. You are?
I'm losing.
Where's it
yes.
at?
Let me see. Wait a minute. Oh no, I sold it last week. Let's see where it's at. Yep. Well, it's down 2%. Let me see where.
76. Was it 78 at open?
Yep, it's at 76. I mean, I guess, I really didn't even love that stock. I'll tell you, AMC continues to go up. And Taro, those are my faves still. Occidental Petroleum.
Yeah. And AMC.
AMC, of course. It's a little bit down today.
Yeah, down about 1%.
The Coinbase is still,
Coinbase.
just keeps
Yeah.
going down.
I think I'm down about 40% in Coinbase.
Yeah, same. I feel like, should I just sit on that a little bit longer? Because at this point, if you're down 40%, it's like,
Yeah, I'm sitting on it. I'm waiting on for cryptos to bounce back to the moon and then selling Coinbase.
to the moon. Andrew Columbus has been going ham on AMC. Yo, for real. What happened? I'm sorry that you feel that way. I'm not offended. I think you're just a waste of time. Bill Sheets, Robinhood? Question mark.
Yes, Robinhood. I do trade on Robinhood.
Yep.
I try to keep my long-term stocks separate from my
How can we?
short-term stuff, and
Yes.
so that's what I do on Robinhood. It's just like, I don't want to say gambling, but it's basically glorified gambling with a little bit of research.
So tell me about how can we find out when Tether dumps money into Bitcoin? Is that something that gets like that everybody can find out, or what?
Yeah, I think you can, if you look at the charts, I would have to go through that article again and exactly how they did it. But I don't think that's what happened. I think this is just news from
China?
From China, and then compounded with, what Elon Musk did when was that, mid-May? And then news from China cracking down on all of it. So that outdoes the good news that we're hearing from El Salvador and Paraguay and...
All right, I just want to know. Because that's really interesting to me still.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gents, that is the show for tonight, or this morning. Next up is a broadcast, the 11 o'clock broadcast. Let's show the schedule, please. There it is, 11 a.m. with Revival Today Live. Then we're going to go live with Maddie Ortiz at 4 p.m. And of course, got Check the News nightly at 11 p.m. If you have not partnered with Revival Today, now is your chance to do so. But before that, do we have the artwork for where Evangelist Jonathan is going to be next? Yet? Anybody? There it is. So you are invited to our next meeting. That's July 16th through the 18th at Winners Church in Oklahoma City. So this is going to be our first time in Oklahoma City. So we expect you to come on out. And of course, Adalis is having a women's conference July 8th through the 11th. So if you're a lady, or if you're Ninja Buddha dressed up in drag, you can come on out July 8th through the 11th. That's Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. You are invited. Here are the ways that you can give to partner with this ministry that's doing so many wonderful things. #donate on Facebook. Text RT to 50155. Cash App, $RT Give, Venmo, RT Give. RevivalToday.com/PayPal. And of course, if you want to give your crypto, it seems like it's plummeting. Scan the code or go to revivaltoday.com/give. If you want to mail in a check, do so at Revival Today, P.O. Box 7, Prosperity, PA 15329. And don't forget to claim your offer, because today's offer is what it's been all week, basically, like the last couple of times. It's going to be a mug, the Check the Market mug. There it is. Nice little throwback to the 90s, a little bit of Miami Vice in there, I see.
Love it.
Loving it. So you can start off your day with a cup of joe in this fabulous mug, and that's your gift from us for your donation of any size. Of course, go to revivaltoday.com/offer to claim your offer so that we can make sure that you actually get the mug. Don't forget that step. It's very, very, very important. On that note, have yourselves a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow morning on Check the Market, 9:20. Hopefully no glitches this time.
See ya.